A few weeks ago, I shared with you a Pac-Man plug-and-play gadget that I found at World Market, manufactured by Fizz Creations. Well, I've come to learn that Fizz Creations has a whole catalog of gaming gadgets. We're going to take a look at the Galaga variety of that little plug-and-play. That's next. This video brought to you in part by Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions. This exciting and heartwarming coming-of-age Gen X novel is available now. Check the link for more info. Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John, I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. I hope you do recall a few weeks ago when I told this little story of how I visited World Market as I was doing Christmas shopping, and in the back with all the other miscellaneous stuff, I came across this Pac-Man plug-and-play that had a Pac-Man head on the top of the joystick, and I just had to find out more about it. In that video, I even comment on the company, the manufacturer, called Fizz Creations, and I said, look, this little weirdo company can do this Pac-Man so well, why can't other people? Well, I was very happy to get an email from Fizz Creations introducing themselves as that little weirdo company who made the Pac-Man I reviewed. We've since spoken, and they sent me some of their other products to review here on the channel and share with you. And what I have this time is, just like the Pac-Man plug-and-play was, a single little box with an HDMI dongle and a little controller, now is the Galaga version of that same sort of device. Now, when we looked at the Pac-Man, the premise of this was I assumed it would be bad because it was at World Market, it had reviews on Amazon, it was like 2 stars out of 5, and so I went back and I later learned it was very, very good, it turns out. I went back and looked at Amazon. This Galaga has a 1-star review in the US Amazon store. And however, you got to kind of consider the source. The one review says lag, too much lag. I think they mean too much lag. So if they don't know 2 from 2, do they know latency from lag? Who knows? So I'm going in with no expectations. I'm going to throw away that review because they couldn't even capitalize or spell what it is they wanted to criticize with this gadget. Let's take this Galaga plug and play from Fizz Creations, get all the terms right, for a spin. Let's go. Like the Pac-Man before it, attractive packaging, nice box and presentation. Difference being here, I'm coming into this one knowing what I got with the Pac-Man. I remember when I was reviewing the Pac-Man, I was literally expecting nothing and then was so pleasantly surprised. Look, it's a Galaga plug and play. Retro gaming for your TV, original gameplay. That's the part I was dubious about, and now I'm hopeful about original gameplay and original sounds. And around here in the back, the very simplest of information, we have a picture of somebody playing it on their TV. It looks like the original arcade, okay. It's a picture of the controller, which is nicely designed here, actually. The Pac-Man was okay, but this actually kind of looks like we'll look at it in a second, kind of like a sci-fi cockpit looking thing or circuit board. I was hopeful that this was going to be like a history of the game, but it really just says, hey, Galaga's back for a new era, and try to get a high score and that kind of thing. So, are we going to be as pleasantly surprised with this one? Boy, I hope so. Let's get inside. Once inside, we have just these 3 items, so USB A to C power cable for this HDMI dongle, and then there's the dongle itself, branded with Galaga. Little cap here with the HDMI, and then you put USB-C power right there when you plug it in. Now, what this set doesn't include that Pac-Man did was that the HDMI extender, because, you know, often it's hard to get to your HDMI port on the back of a TV, and it did not include that. I don't know if that was oversight in this particular packaging or they're paring down on what they include, but I still have mine that I had with the Pac-Man, so I'll be using that to plug in the back of my TV, because my TV is one of those where it's kind of hard to get up under where the HDMI plug is. And then we have, of course, our little wireless controller. Now, just like with the Pac-Man, it doesn't feel like much. It's a little flimsy. Rather than having it's very light. Rather than having the Pac-Man on top of the ball here, they have a nice red ball top joystick, which I quite enjoy. You know, I think aesthetically it's better, and also the design on the deck here. It's more Galaga-ish. I mean, not that these designs necessarily ever appeared on a Galaga cabinet that I remember, but it certainly has the aesthetic of, you know, it's a spaceship and it's kind of technical and it's got some buttons and dots here on the decal rather than just a black sticker, which is what was on the Pac-Man, as I recall. We have a credit button, we have a start button. You hold them both down for a reset, and here's the fire button. And you know, here's the thing. I know a lot of folks are going to ask about, what about left-handed, right-handed stuff? That is an ongoing discussion. And here's the thing. When I'm holding something in my hand, I'm used to the joystick being, you know, the D-pad, whatever, on the left with my thumb, and then the right one is the fire button, which seems fine. I think I could do either. I mean, if it was an Atari joystick, you know, you might hold it and move it with your thumb and index finger here and fire. It's just not set up that way. And I think I've seen, so far, of the two of these I've seen, this is standard layout. Stick over here, places for buttons over on this side. And it is a, though it's Galaga, it is a 4-directional joystick. It looks like they've even done some like restrictor in there to keep it from going 8 directions, but I only need left and right for Galaga. So as long as the errant up and downs do not impede my left and right movement in Galaga, you know, I mean, it could be all right. Nothing on the sides to see, and around here on the back is just the battery door where you unscrew it, put in the 3 AAA batteries for this transmitter. See, there's Fizz Creations logo and Galaga Bandai Namco. So officially licensed from Bandai Namco, as we would hope, which further encourages the idea that maybe we're going to get the real Galaga, which is really, that's the only thing that's going to make this really worthwhile for me, because it's not a premium gadget. It's not a premium toy, right? It's just a fun little casual collectible that you can plug into your TV, and if it's the right version, play Galaga and get your fix between, you know, times that you can head to the arcade or whatever, of the myriad ways that you like to play Galaga. Let's get the batteries in this thing, plug it in, and find out when the rubber hits the road, what do we get in terms of software. Gave it power, plugged it in the HDMI, and right away, here's what I'm greeted to. No menu screen, no splash screen, just what appears to be the original Galaga arcade ROM running here in this little gadget. I've not done anything else yet. I'm going to try with a credit. There are a few things we can look for. I mean, we could, depending upon the version of the Galaga, we could try to look and see if it has the no shoot bug. I seem to do that all the time. Maybe if there's interest, we can... Well, I do that as a short later if we want to. The important thing is, does it play properly? Does it follow the rules? Does it look right? Does it sound right? So far, it looks right. Credit noise. Also, we can listen for, like, there's that sound of when you get hit. When your ship gets destroyed and run into, there's that boom sound that often has trouble in emulation. It'll be interesting to see what they have here. So I got the little controller batteries in it, of course. Let's put in a credit. Okay. All right, I mean, it sounds right. It sounds right, although it sounds a little compressed to me. I don't know if that's just my ear or what that is. There's something not quite super pure about it, but let's do the reset, I guess. So just the reset, bring it right back. Just got all those credits in it. Starts with a 20,000 high score. Let's give it a shot. All right, well, we want to get caught. Oh, let's save a couple of those. We want to get our double shooter. Can you hear a little bit of the compression, a little bit of noise in the audio? I don't know if that's just my ear. The ROM seems right. I mean, it's got that going for it. Here we go. Here's my capture. Oh, right. Oh, you can hear some of that noise in there. A little bit of, I don't know what it is, a little static in the sound? I don't know. We want to get our double shooter here. No, you don't. There we go. All right, stage 2. You know, that review that we looked at said too much latency, you know, but I'm not seeing any particular, too much lag, I guess what they said. I'm not seeing any particular latency between my movements and the movements on screen. I mean, you can see me pushing the button and moving the stick here, hopefully. I just want to get a challenging stage. It does appear to be the arcade ROM. I don't know why there's that extra kind of noise. Here we go. Yep. Oh, I missed one. Oh, no. That's a 39. Not the worst. Listen to the music. Yeah, and even in that extra, the bonus man, you can hear a little bit of static in there. I wish that weren't there. That's really the only thing holding this back from a software standpoint. And I do want to hear, I guess I need to let my ship get shot because I want to hear what the sound is. Ooh. Well, there we go. You got to hear me blow up, and it sounded fine, actually. That's usually tough to emulate. And a lot of emulation boxes don't get it right at all. Oh, and look, we're getting a high score, so that's good. We can test the high score preservation, which is something you really want. Especially, I mean, when the game is all about chasing the high score, what do you want? You want to save your high score, right? Yep, I'm having no trouble, just cleaning up. Whoa! Get over there! Ah. Got it. Ha! Got him. Ha-ha! Better. Alright, so we got a high score, 53-2. Go ahead and kill off these last few ships. I want to check high score preservation, which I'm assuming is going to be there, based on the Pac-Man that we saw. Come on, shoot my ship. One more. 67%. Eh. There we go. GXG, please. G. X. G. Here comes the music. Okay. So we got a high score. Of course, I can hit reset on here. I assume we're going to see the high score persist there. Boom. Oh, whoa! Hold on. Oh no, Fizz. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, we got off just a great start with that Pac-Man. And now, no high score preservation. Got a little bit of static in the audio. Look, you have the original ROM. You're off to a great start with these devices. Maybe Galaga was their first one and Pac-Man was their next one. You know, maybe I reviewed them out of order, but this is a step down from Pac-Man in terms of accuracy of audio reproduction, the fact that it does not preserve the high score, the fact that it does not include the HDMI extension for the dongle. It's the right Galaga, certainly, but it's missing the features that really need an elevated device. When you just have a simple little trinkety controller like this, you've got to pay off in other areas, and those are some areas where this one falls a little bit shorter than that Pac-Man that we looked at. Oh, Fizz, Fizz, Fizz. Oh my goodness. I was going in this one the opposite of the Pac-Man. I was expecting it to over-deliver on my expectations after what the Pac-Man did a few weeks ago. And in this case, again, I'm assuming that this is probably an earlier product. I don't know that for a fact. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt here because Pac-Man was so good. Sound reproduction, video reproduction, the correct ROM, high score saving, all things that for me forgave the relatively, how do I be nice to these controllers? Flimsy, let's just say flimsy. They're not like sturdy kind of things. They look like a toy as opposed to a video game controller. But all those things in Pac-Man can forgive the controller, and in this case, it's a little tougher because the correct ROM, hallelujah. The audio reproduction with that crackling in it, that static, it's unfortunate, but you could, again, but then when you get to no high score saving, this does not elevate this little single game plug and play above so many others that have the same or comparable features and have a better controller. So it kind of comes down to your personal preference. For a lot of people, this Galaga will be plenty. For us who review lots of these products over the course of the days and weeks and months and years that we have, we can see the small shortcomings here, and so hopefully, look, Fizz is very new to this market. They've only been in the US for a couple of years, and we see how long it took some of these other manufacturers to figure out how to do things right. I will put a link to that very review and that product on Amazon down in the video description. You can go and check it out yourself, and maybe this is right for you. It's entirely up to you. Meanwhile, I'll throw links to some other reviews I've done recently over my shoulders here and here for you to check out right now. Of course, I hope you found something to enjoy in this video. Cannot wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.